See 'em? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey there, everybody. This is Jackie Bros.
Folks, people, it's Dunlap. Welcome to the Red State Update podcast. Jackie, how do you feel after 3 hours of watching the Democrats debate?
All right. Now, people had some good things to say. Everybody, only thing you really think of, hell, any of them be better than what we're dealing with now. But,
Yeah, but you just said it in like 3 seconds as opposed to 3 hours.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's pretty much what, I would have known that before. They could have just done the opening statements and it could have been cut off, right? But I want you to help me with this now. Explain me this. It's the only thing I'm really having trouble with the whole damn thing. Now, the $1,000 is just regular dollars, right? That's regular dollars, like we already have, like it's a real thing, right?
Yes, regular-ass dollars.
Now, it's not democracy dollars. What is that?
That, I think, is, or people money.
People money.
And democracy
but
dollars.
But no, the regular $1,000 is already.
That's what you get. So, in case, look.
For nothing, right? You just get that $1,000 no matter what you do. You can say, I don't want this.
Maybe you're a shitty teacher somewhere, like he said, or maybe you're just a layabout. Maybe you're a lazy good-for-nothing.
It makes everybody equal. Everybody, it don't matter whether you work hard or whatever it is you do, you're getting $1,000, right?
Listen, that $1,000 would have really helped Beto O'Rourke out from the ages 19 to 3 years ago.
Sure.
And his rich parents.
Well,
are his parents rich? His wife's parents are rich? Are they all rich? Who's rich?
On the stage tonight, which one of them's rich?
Which are the richest candidates are running?
Biden's been in politics the longest. I'm gonna say I'm not saying he's the richest, but
he takes the train with a table on it.
He did that for show.
Kamala Harris, she's a cop, so I don't know how much they make.
I don't know how much. Yeah,
but they get free donuts. I know that.
Buttigieg ain't got no money.
He's mayor of South Bend, Indiana. I bet they ain't even got furniture in half the offices.
No, they don't. Yeah.
Andrew Yang, I can't tell if he's like super rich or just.
He talks like he's rich. I mean, what is he? He just like he run a business or something? What I mean.
But if you start throwing around $1,000 bills, everybody gonna think you're rich.
Where does the democracy dollars come from? What do you
think?
Oh, that's not real money. That's like monopoly money or something.
It's like when you go, Jackie, down to the Persimmon Kiss coffee shop.
What?
When you go to the Persimmon Kiss coffee shop,
I don't go there.
It's next to the brunch place.
But I don't go.
If you go in the Persimmon Kiss, and in the tip jar they got one, and it's Julia Roberts from Pretty Woman, and on the other side it's Julia Roberts from Sleeping with the Enemy, and you pick which one you like the best.
What?
Or Flatliners. I don't know. It's one of them after Pretty Woman that's not as good.
I'm more confused than I was before. I shouldn't ask you. I don't know what it is.
And then with your democracy, you could put your democracy dollars in the tip jar for Hook or for Pretty Woman. It doesn't matter.
What? But that's all it's good for. It ain't good
Steel
for
Magnolias. It's a Steel Magnolias. Shelby and Steel Magnolias.
I don't know.
And then the other one's Pretty Woman. And then you choose.
None of that makes any... democracy dollars, that's all you can do with it is pick out movies.
Listen,
I don't...
yeah, you can use it at Redbox. I got a lot of questions for Andrew Yang. Maybe we'll get to ask him. Would you have it? I bet if we called Andrew Yang, we could get him on the damn...
I wanted to explain this because you can't do it, and I don't know if anybody else can.
That's pretty clear. Beto O'Rourke, I think we could have got him on for the last couple of weeks, but everybody's saying he had a good night tonight. Who knows? With the sort of performance he turned in, he could raise his profile up to number 7 or 8.
So nothing changes concerning this as far as
below Yang.
Well, yeah. But nothing changes because everybody say Joe Biden, who did. I guess that's the best night I seen him. His skin looked, I don't know what kind of makeup they used on him. They might have put some contacts in his eyes or something.
They must have gone down. They must have said, okay, we have a 90-year-old man who looks like a human shark hybrid.
Yeah.
And we need somebody to spray paint his face Caucasian colored. And we need to get his shark eyes down to reasonable human facsimiles. The hair's a loss. Just write it off. Don't spend time on that.
Yeah, no, yeah. But
it looks like a haunted cotton candy machine.
He talked good, too. He didn't mess up too much, not near as much as
he had. Here's Biden's performance tonight. It'd be like you go to the old folks' home, and you're like, yeah, people, he had a pretty good day.
Yeah.
Like, well, what about the time when he thought we were still fighting the Spanish-American Civil War? Well, yeah, but what about when he knew who the president was?
Yeah. So if he did good concerning, like what in the context of what we're speaking, the Democrat debate, every time that Castro could have called him to say, what are you saying? He should have done that 2 or 3, all the debates before this one. I don't know how many times. No, he'd been on stage with him before because he likes to run him down.
Listen, everybody is running down Julian Castro tonight. I don't know. Do you think they get together and they draw straws and he got the short straw?
You go Biden. You get Biden. No matter what.
And we're going to come after you hard for being mean. Like, too far, buddy.
As Buttigieg said, people are tired of this.
I tell you what, this is like you're in a bar. Here's how they treat Biden. It's like he's an old man in the bar, running his mouth, loud, doesn't know what he's talking about. Everybody in the bar is like, I wish this old fucking asshole
watch your mouth.
Would leave. Why won't somebody throw this son of a bitch out? And then somebody throws him out. Everybody's like, Jesus Christ, he's an old man.
Where else he going to go?
Leave him alone. That's Biden in a bar.
Yeah. Well, he looked better, like I said, tonight than it has before. I guess all of them look about the same. I guess he's the one had the most to improve by, and the rest of them just like, well, okay. That's all right. They're good. So nothing changes is what I'm assuming, because he was already ahead when it was messing up and not making any sense. And then he has a night where most of the night is fairly coherent. His blood eyes covered up. More man, less shark. So by that, he gonna go up in the poll, right? He already at the top.
When he remembers his lines, he's pretty good. He ain't so good at answering questions when anybody's mean to him. But he did get a boost tonight because for most of the debate, people were like, I love Obama. You never know which way they're gonna go. Sometimes they're like, I don't like it when Obama did this. But tonight, most of it was like, Obama's good. And he just rode that wave.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. That's the wave he loves to ride the most, I think.
I mean, that's his favorite wave.
Yeah.
He wouldn't even surf if it wasn't for that wave. Like, I hope that wave comes up. That wave goes all the way to the White House.
We'll see. Yeah, but other than that, I guess they all did, in democracy dollars, $1,000. I don't know. How many democracy dollars do you get? So you get 1,000 regular dollars. Just plain old, like go to the bank, the same dollars I would get from if I went to the bank if I want to draw out an account and say I want it in hundreds or what. Yeah. So that's the same thing, the $1,000. Now, democracy dollars, we don't know how much they're worth, what they do. I
think it's like on your taxes when you're like, you want $3 to go to the presidential. You're like, is this real? Is this coming? It ain't coming out of your money, they say. You're like, what is it then? Like, nobody ever answers that. I think it's like that. Fake money that helps democracy.
But we don't know what it does other than supposedly help democracy. So you don't know how much.
I guess there's a whole new economy where everybody spends their Yang dollars. They get to spend their democracy dollars in this side economy that only exists for production companies that make campaign ads. Like you take your democracy dollars there. You're like, I'd like to give this money to make an Amy Klobuchar ad. You're like, what? Why? Like, well, it's just democracy dollars. It ain't real. I don't even know what we'd say. Give us some ideas, I guess. I'm not going to turn down a democracy dollar. We got to eat. They won't take it at a store. Somebody did not get Bernie Sanders a goddamn tea. They are in trouble.
Throat coat, lozenge, something. Give him something.
He sounded like...
He didn't sound that much worse than Norman does, but just a little bit. Yeah.
I mean, like if you cast Bernie Sanders in a Pixar movie, and you're like, do a monster, that's what he would do.
Yeah. Who's it? You didn't sign me up on a computer for democracy dollars.
Jesus Christ. Yes, Jackie, we did sign up, but not for democracy dollars.
Okay, that's what I read.
I signed up 56 or 7. I forget how many fake emails I made up to enter the Yang contest. So now my phone is just blowing up.
So he's just going to give you $1,000 from him here on out, whether he's president or not.
If I win.
All right.
And I don't think it's from here on out, but I'm going to try to negotiate.
Well, there's no point winning 1,000 democracy dollars because it's real money. Okay, never mind. I don't know why I even.
Why don't you just go down to Yang HQ? I'm sure they got one on campus somewhere here at Middle Tennessee State. Probably got 3 or 4 of them. And just go over there and say, hey, can y'all explain to me and let some 19-year-olds talk to you for a while about Yang bucks?
Hell, if they don't talk to me, it better be giving me some. Put in my wallet. That's how to get you to show up.
When we win that money, Jackie, I tell you what.
Well,
I'll go work. You give me $1,000, I'll work for Andrew Yang.
More people will watch a debate if there's a chance they're going to get $1,000. Like if in the middle of the debate they make it quicker instead of having to get on a computer, do the bingo wheel and pull out, $1,000.
Man, he should have had a goddamn lottery thing and just spinning it and pull it out and goes like, Robert Hayworth from Pettimore, Kansas. You just got $1,000 for the next year.
That's $1,000.
They not answer one question. Make Jorge Ramos so mad. But it said, can you tell us what you do about the border? And he's just like, that'd be also add a little drama.
Well, to get people to watch it. I'll tell you that right now.
I'll tell you, if Trump was giving me $1,000 a month, this podcast would be very different.
I wouldn't watch it either way. I'd take the money, but I ain't gonna watch it. That's the difference.
I'd take the money and I'd throw it most of it back in his face. I say, you're a white supremacist.
Man, I don't know if you do that or not.
I'd take the money, but I'd still say it to him.
Well, you're supposed to say, yeah.
What is the rule? Is he giving me the money and I still get to tell him the truth?
Is he giving you democracy dollars or is he giving
Trump ain't giving me democracy nothing.
I know that. Well, what kind of money would he come? It would just be Trump bucks. They don't call it anything else but Trump on it.
I'm not working with him or for him, but if he's giving away $1,000 a month, I'm going to take that money and then I'll use it. I'll probably give most of it to like an organization. One of the good ones.
Good okay, yeah.
I got to read up on which. Some of them are scams.
Of all the things he talks about, remember he runs his mouth constantly like you need to add extra terms because I'm gonna be all the way to 2024 on and all these things. Remember when there was a bit of they had planned to put Harriet Tubman on a $20 bill, and of course they ain't gonna do that. Why hasn't he said put my face on money yet? I mean that's the ultimate goal, isn't it? Isn't that where that's his ultimate plan to get there?
I'm sure
he loves money. He loves himself. He wants his face on some kind of currency is what he wants.
I'm sure he's got content scheduled for the next year or two. There'll be a day we'll wake up. It'll be his face on $1. He tweeted it out. We'll have to live with that for a day. And also, every time he's like, Trump 2024, Trump 2030, or whatever, it's like, this man cannot remember the names of his immediate family. He's not going to make it to 2024.
No.
He can do a lot of damage.
Oh, yeah.
But I know he's trolling. I know he's trying to get clicks. I know he's just trying to own the libs. But also, a lot of it is just wishful thinking.
I think so, yeah.
It's just like, I'll be out there I mean, healthy people, old people, be like, I'll be doing that polar bear challenge till I'm 100 years old or whatever. And, that's delusional, and they not getting cold water.
Yeah.
But he gets tired reaching for chicken. So he ain't gonna. That's just him trying to pump himself up.
Yeah. He don't. Yeah.
Nobody cussed on the debate. They said you can't cuss on this debate, Beto.
Well, I think that's a decent rule right there, yeah. I don't hear no cussing.
Julian Castro made fun of Biden for being old. You know what? Everybody got mad at him, but he pushed it. He pushed it. It's like the damn dinner. What are you, old, Grandpa? You old? Grandpa's old. Hey, everybody, did you see how old? Why didn't he just say it? Like, did you forget? Like, he could have scored more points just by being a little subtle. He doesn't need to take an acting class.
Yeah.
And then, if he gets sick, his twin brother can go on in his place if he does a show. Like, he takes an acting class and he gets bitten by the acting bug, and he's starring in, like, Texas Little Theater, and then he starring, and then he gets sick. Maybe he's in, I don't know, Brigadoon, and then he gets sick and his brother has to step in. But I guess his brother would have to take classes too.
I never knew
it's a lot of work.
He wanted to be an actor. I didn't know that about him. Castro, yeah.
He's about to have a lot of time open up for him.
Oh, I see what you're saying, yeah.
Beto says he's going to take everybody's guns. Should we talk about that?
He said, hell yeah, he is, yeah.
Wait, it's AR, your AK-47s, your ARs, your AKs.
He said hell.
Oh, the initial ones. Yeah,
he
said hell.
Some people say it's, I say hell, so I'm not going to say that's a curse word. He's old enough to say it, I think. I mean, it is a curse word for youngins, depending on how you use it. But he did say hell, so I don't know what the boundaries were for ABC and curse words.
He's going to have to give his democracy dollars back. Anybody you didn't like in the debate, Jackie?
Yeah, There's some people like everybody's all Klobuchar. It's not that I don't like her. It's just like right now I couldn't tell you one thing she said other than like, go with me. I'm regular. I'm,
just plain folks.
Yeah. But that's Biden's. That's what he's got. She can't really do that as well as him.
He looks like he's hosting the talent show in a Palm Beach retirement center. He looks like he got chlamydia at age 93.
All right.
You know what I'm talking about? I ain't saying he's got chlamydia. The type of person who would get an STD. That's a thing that people are doing that. Getting STDs older and older. They move into these retirement homes. They're just like, fuck, I ain't wearing
I don't want to talk about old people having sex. If they getting, maybe they shouldn't fool around at that age. Maybe, I don't want to hear about it.
Wow, I thought we were sex positive on this podcast.
Well, I don't want to hear about it. Do what you want. Go to the doctor, get it taken care of. I don't want to talk about it.
When he puts on makeup to do these things or whatever
all of them put on a little makeup.
I'm not saying anything about him putting on makeup. I don't know what's happening with his forehead. I think he's getting a few injections there, and that's fine. Everybody wants a smooth forehead.
If he wants to do it with his skin, that's fine. We got no business talking about what any of them do to the face because the current person sitting in the White House. I have to look at that face. We know he does a lot, and it don't work. Well, he's doing a lot of stuff, but it don't change anything. Just keeps him looking like that.
I'm not bashing anybody's appearance. I'm just wondering when he's sitting in front of one of them bright makeup mirrors with the bright light, and he's putting on his makeup, and Biden smiles. Is it not just like a beam, like from the light to his teeth back to the mirror, just flashing around? It's like singeing everybody's hair. Jackie, but you do raise a good point. The President of the United States. Have you heard about this guy, Donald Trump?
All right.
We're fucking up.
Hey, watch him.
He had a great week. Really accomplished a lot.
Oh.
Do you remember Bolton?
Who?
You remember, what's his name? Forget his first name.
Bolton?
Yeah, what's
John,
Bolton for? John Bolton.
John Bolton, that mustache.
Mustache. He just said mustache.
Everybody
Bolton.
knows who that is. Well, he gone.
I want to say, you always want to say Michael Bolton. But you're like, well, that ain't.
No. Well, we said
It would be better.
2 or 3 of these back on when we were talking on here. I think we said, well, he'll be gone soon. And sure enough, yeah.
But that doesn't mean we're like fucking Nostradamus. I mean,
everybody, any of them in there, yeah, they could be gone.
We're better off with him gone.
It's hard to say until we see who the hell he puts in there.
That's
but yeah,
point.
he's great. I mean, yeah.
But
Bolton
Trump is bad too.
This is one of the reasons he got rid of Bolton. Though it's just, I mean, which is again good news until he said he got rid of him because Kim Jong-un didn't like him, more or less. So he wouldn't do nothing with him. He didn't like him.
He should. And then Bolton tweets Fox. Like, that ain't true.
Yep.
That's where we're at now.
He'll shut up. He'll get in his place real quick. Watch. All of them do. As soon as they leave there, they just zip up. They disappear. I mean, they're living as far as I know, but they ain't going to say nothing. All of these people who knows what an idiot he is, knows how dangerous he is, they all cover for him. Every single last one of them. How many have gone through this? Scaramucci, and he worked there, what? Maybe less than a day, wasn't it? Everybody else quiet as hell about it. I ain't going to say it. Even old Mattis, who you know damn well, thinks he's a damn fool. I ain't going to say nothing. He wrote his little book. I understand he wants to write a book, but, he's an honorable man. He's not going to say anything bad about the president. I think he runs Biden down in the book a lot from what I hear.
Did you see that Trump called Mattis when he was about to fire Bolton?
No.
Yeah.
What for? He'd already been left.
I miss you. No, it's McMaster. That was McMaster. Sorry, not Mattis.
No, not Mattis. Mattis has hair. McMaster looked Daddy Warbucks.
McMaster looked like the Dana Carvey turtle character. I think it was McMaster.
That's who it was. Yeah, he missed him.
I'm sorry.
Will you come back? Yeah.
Bolton and Trump fighting is like in Batman from the 60s, in the movie Batman, when they're all like, you waterlogged cretin, or whatever they'd say. Like the Joker and the Penguin went, "Wah, I'll punch you in the fucking mouth."
They didn't say that.
Prrr, fuck you.
Hey, they did.
It's like, who's the best one? Like, it's good they're fighting because they suck, and it gives Batman a chance to whatever he did on that show. Fight them, I guess.
Yeah, he fought them usually. Yeah,
they do the things. Was he sleuthing?
Well, sometimes he'd outsmart them, but usually they had to fight him a little bit too.
When they all get together, they just trip over each other's.
Oh, they turn against themselves every time. Yeah, every time. Yeah.
Who is
that? What they're off doing instead of going before Congress and letting the American people know how dangerous he is? They're all sitting out there. No, yeah, good Lord,
making puns about. And when I get through with them, they'll wish that they. Yeah. I mean, is Stephen Miller really that far removed from Frank Gorshin? I don't want to see me in that fucking suit.
That's mean to Frank Gorshin now.
I like Frank. I ain't saying he's like Frank Gorshin.
Riddler.
Basically the Riddler.
Riddler, as far as I know, wasn't racist, though.
I mean, they probably just didn't tell the racist riddles on the show.
Well, right. As racist, all right. Which good for them for not putting that on there.
Joker.
See that. Yeah.
Mustache. Cesar Romero never shaved his mustache.
That's right. He wouldn't.
So he's the Bolton.
Yeah. All right.
That makes Trump the Penguin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Apologies to Burgess Meredith.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah.
So Bolton is gone, which I guess that's good because we're not bombing anybody yet. I guess one thing that's good about Trump is how scared he is of war.
Yes.
But that's good. I don't want war. We're all scared of war.
No, dude. But he talked so big, and then the one time we struck someplace was in Syria, and he called up Russia and made sure it was okay with Putin first, and they made sure they bombed places that didn't hurt nobody. That's it, as far as I can remember. There were one military operation that got somebody killed. That was way early. He had to go apologize.
That was right off the bat.
Yeah.
Listen, we do not want Trump like in war.
No.
Believe me, that's worst case scenario here.
Yep.
This is best case scenario. Bolton over there, but at least Bolton didn't think it was a good idea for the Taliban to come to Camp David
hell.
on 9/11. Like, can we get them to do a remembrance video? Can we get the cameras in here and the lights? Just tell us what you were doing. Just tell us what you remember.
Ask them if was it you in New Jersey were jumping up and down? Were you related to them?
I thought I saw you. I know you.
Look,
I knew it.
If somebody stays in power, let me make this clear. Somebody stays in power long enough, it's common sense. You eventually going to end up at the table with them, no matter how horrible they are, or you are, or anything. That's just how the world works. But you don't do it at Camp David. You don't invite them over here into the States. You do that somewhere else, off somewhere.
Not on 9/11.
And it's definitely not on 9/11.
Pretty much don't. Keep 9/11 for 9/11 things. Keep your schedule open for if you're going to be 9/11 and do like remembrances and maybe just screwing over Democrats if you're in North Carolina, I guess. That's another thing you do. You just like say, we're going to go. We're going to the 9/11 remembrance. Nobody's going to be in here voting. We're so sad. I've been remembering all day. All right, we're going to go. We're all getting in the car. We're finding a sad podcast to listen to. So just y'all go ahead, and we'll meet y'all there.
Moment of silence.
Moment of silence. Okay, go back in. Vote. So you can do that or do 9/11, but don't do the Taliban peace deal.
Don't bring them over. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not even mad. I don't even know what to say.
Nobody, that's what I don't understand. Now, was there somebody besides Bolton, I guess, that said, maybe this isn't a good idea. Maybe the optics on this, but do any of them care what an optic is? They don't know what it is. They don't care if everything's crazy all the damn time. Inviting the Taliban over on 9/11, ain't that extreme to them? I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
I can't believe we're talking about this.
I know it. This is what it is. And people are just like, oh, well.
There's no such thing as optics in the Trump White House.
There ain't none.
No, but McCabe goes to jail.
Did somebody tell him maybe you shouldn't do it on, maybe President, the timing on this? No, it has to be on. Is that it? Is that like, yes, sir? Because obviously they'll do whatever he says when he calls up, what is it, they said Alabama. No, they said it first.
It's like, Mulvaney, get in here. Call them up and tell them they did the weather wrong, and it hurt my feelings.
And then he pushed it off on Wilbur Ross.
Where's that bald motherfucker?
He's 3 in the morning. Watch him out.
Hey, get in here, Piglet.
Yeah, do some work.
Call up these weather motherfuckers.
So were they planning on, if this had gone through and they made the pistol, was Wilbur Ross going to call every outraged American and say, no, this is good that the Taliban was here on 9/11? What the hell? And nobody knew about it. Here, we got to remember this. Nobody knew about it until the president got on the damn computer and made sure everybody knew about it. That's half of it right there, I guarantee you. We got glad we talked him out of canceling that. He's on the computer telling everybody right now.
Better than bombing Iran.
Yeah.
But now they're going to do the Iran. They're going to give Iran
$15 billion of your money so we can go back in the deal that we already had. So you leave a deal and then turn around. I mean, how can anybody run for another term and possibly win? It doesn't make any damn sense to me.
Let me know when Bolton's in his car because they got to write a check to Iran to get back in the Obama deal. But now it's the Trump.
Could have stayed in the deal and not given them $15 billion. Of course, I know there's all the people. Obama gave them this much or whatever. No, it didn't. That's already their damn money. This is $15 as just let me come back. Let me play ball again. Here you go. You could have just stayed in the damn thing. But, of course, if you sit there and run it down over and over and again, then you got to get out, and it's going to cost you $15 billion to run down whatever it is. Nuclear deal.
Well, maybe he's making some of that money back in his hotels.
Iran's going to have Trump hotel everywhere in it now.
And when they come over to Camp David, they can stay at Trump. Is there a Trump hotel near Camp? Is Camp David now a Trump hotel?
I guess it is officially now a Trump hotel. That's what it is.
Kevin McCarthy? Who said, how's it different than a Marriott? The hotel
that's
that
the one
president
that watch your mouth. he makes makes the Air Force, they have to gas up then they send them over there. That's where you stay right there. Make sure. Military's looking at that. A lot of these investigations of these companies that have been doing this because they tell them to, and then it gets out to the public, and then they say, well, we need to investigate that and stop it right now with weather, Air Force, and nobody give a damn. Nobody give a damn.
And the food is expensive, weren't they? The food's too expensive at the Trump place for the military. I think they were complaining about it. Like, you can't get a damn breakfast waffle or whatever.
They serve a country and expect them to pay for
Listen, I don't know. You hear people say this a lot. Jimmy Carter had to sell his peanut farm. But I'll bet you whoever he sold his peanut farm to is a Trump supporter. It's like, yeah.
Don't give a damn about this. Don't give a damn. Thinks it's cute. Thinks it's funny that he's ripping off the government that you pay for.
Ain't no optics. No, ain't no optics. People don't think he's done nothing wrong. They either don't believe it, they don't think anything's wrong with it. You're never going to convince them, Jackie. You ain't never going to convince them.
Well, you don't hear it first. If you all you do is watch Fox News, you don't hear this. You don't even
Bolton's
know anything that we're talking about. Yeah, that's what, Tucker Carlson, Bolton is just far too liberal for the president and evidently North Korea man.
Now, this story I don't understand 100%. We talked about it, then we were like, let's not talk about it because we don't understand it. But I think it illustrates the point here.
I don't understand anything we just said. Why is this topic anywhere? All of it's crazy.
There was a spy, U.S. spy with CIA in Russia, right? Embedded in Russia. It turns out that's how we were learning a lot about Putin's involvement in the damn elections, right? This is still coming out. So at first, everybody thought that Trump is the one that blew this guy's cover, which makes sense. If I told you it was true, you would believe it.
He would have had you not gotten the guy, at some point, more than likely.
And I guess it's not true, but, it seems true that if we were them, we'd just be like, seems true, so I guess it's true. Emails or whatever. But I guess it's not true, although now more stuff's coming out. I think now we know the name of the guy. They're going to kill this guy, whoever the guy is.
Well,
I guess we did it. I'm not sure. Something happened. Bad. But thank you for your service.
Yeah.
Vaping is bad now, Jackie. Also, Trump hates vaping. Like 3.5 people have died from vaping.
Yeah.
We're literally throwing people into the sea coming off of Bahamas boats. I don't think they're throwing people into the sea.
But they ain't letting them come over here.
They might.
They took a young lady away from her grandmother. As far as I know, she's still in one, foster care or something.
Imagine that if
you lose every damn thing that you ever was, your grandmother, your parents are behind you coming, you get there and then they take you away. It don't make a damn bit of sense. What did it say about the people in Bahamas? They're all the same as it says about the people of Mexico.
There's some drug dealers, gang members, bad people. Well, I think he was trying to. Yeah, that's what he was trying to say. I think what he actually said was like they were there. They weren't supposed to be. Who knows what he said? He doesn't know what he said.
I know.
He doesn't know what he says. The guy, he said, my African-American, remember that? There's my African-American.
I saw, on the news, they was getting on to him like, he knows what he's talking. No, he doesn't. He don't remember calling. When the reporter asked him that, and he genuinely looked like he did not know. He does not remember doing that. That was during the campaign. He don't remember what he did yesterday.
I don't know how much of what he's done wrong does he even remember. I think that helps plausible deniability. Did I grab that woman? Probably. I don't know.
That's
maybe
half of what all of his lines about. He don't remember what he said the day before when he contradicts himself today. He ain't there. I don't know if he ever was there. He was always dumb, always a man that was not very intelligent, and now getting up in age is just getting worse.
He was dumb. Let's stress that. He was dumb his whole life.
Yeah, always been an idiot, yeah.
Just the worst of America. Just rich family, asshole family.
Never
just
worked a
trained
day
to be
in
the
it.
worst.
Never worked a day in his life. Didn't do no schooling. We all know that because they're trying to pay off all the school. It's bad enough you paying off a porn star or that. They pay making sure they threaten every place he went to school. If you come out and say one thing, we're gonna get you because we know damn well they ain't got nothing good to say about him. Just excuse my language, dumbass. That's what he is. Brandon dumbass right there.
Yeah, it's good. It feels good. Feels good to bash the president.
Oh, I like to cuss him. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
We got to do more. We got to change these systems of help prop him up that brought him. I think we feel guilty because we were doing pretty good till Trump. Now every day is like we look at him, we're like, oh shit, white supremacy.
Yeah.
Like people were telling us white supremacy, but we're like, I know. But now every time it's like, oh fuck, we really let this get out of hand.
Watch him out for you.
Shit. Yeah, oh yeah, he's
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, rapist up there, president. And people were like, what about? Yeah. We can't. That's not a good place to end.
No, I don't think that's the way you got to go
what
out
about,
on this.
what about Buttigieg said, respect teachers.
What the hell?
I don't know. Is that what I get for, Buttigieg is pretty Christian. You think that was God telling me not to
God
talk
don't listen.
bad about Buttigieg?
He don't listen to this.
Oh, that's a good place to go out.
Y'all out there, I thank y'all kindly for listening on here, and now it's time for the local sponsors.
Hell, Jackie.
Yeah.
It could be, some people might say, the most important part of any podcast, the sponsors.
Well, that's what you need. They give us $25. These are all local sponsors here at Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Give us $25, helps keep the computer
You got to keep that computer going.
up and running.
Every podcast has good sponsors and good. You know what? I like the housekeeping part of a podcast, too, when they say, hey, don't forget, this Thursday night, we ain't going to do a podcast because we're going to be live somewhere.
What?
Some people do live podcasts.
Live? This ain't live?
No, we're doing it. We're doing it live now, but they go out to a place where people pay to come see them do it live.
What kind of place is that?
Oh, hell. It's the end of the way things used to be.
What?
It's a place where you'd go hear a band, go see a movie maybe, or a play.
Band, movie,
maybe
play.
One of Shakespeare's great works.
At the same place?
Nowadays, they have podcasts come in there and talk. Like something that you're supposed to not watch. Like it was made to avoid your eyes by people who should not be seen. But instead, people now, they go out and they're like, nobody wants to come here, whoever's playing on the damn.
Nobody my age does, I guarantee you that. I don't know what you're talking about.
There's boring podcasts that old people like.
I don't like, I don't know whether I like them or I don't because I don't listen to it. It's just people talking. I got enough people in my real life that talk to me all the time, for me to sit around on a computer and hear, people I don't know talk to me. That's fine if you do it. I guess there's plenty of people listening to this. I guess, well, not plenty, but people who I ain't ever met.
And some of them give us $5.
Oh, that's true. That's on our, what do you call it? The
Patreon page.
Yeah.
Go over to our Patreon page, folks, and if you'd like to give us any amount of money, that'd be much appreciated. We call it I'd say you're partnering with us. That's what we call it. You're partnering with us. You partner with us and give us all that money of yours. And if you give us $5 or more, you get 20 extra minutes with Jackie and Dunlap. That's weekly. That's at least 20 extra minutes of a podcast every week. Right. Sometimes we're cussing Trump, sometimes we ain't.
Now, look, if you want to give us some money, but don't want to hear 20 more minutes of us, it's not mandatory. It's if you just, I just like the usual hour or however long they give us, that's fine. I don't need that, but here's $5. Yeah, you don't have to listen to it. That just won't make sense.
You ain't got to listen to this free one.
No, you could still, give us $1 or $2 and not listen to either one of them. I don't guess that'd bother either one of us too much.
Mm-mm.
But we also need that $25 of coming in, like I said, from local sponsors. If you live here in Murfreesboro, you're going to hear about a lot of good deals, a lot of new restaurants, Lord knows what, but it's usually good. And if they give us $25, I'll put it this way, if they give us $25, I'm going to say it's good. Some of it really is good, though. It is. And then,
we wouldn't get on here and just run a restaurant down.
You have before. What do you mean?
Oh, I have before, sure, but I probably won't in the future.
There are people that give you $25 and you come on here and run it down, and then they come ask me to give it back, and I said, "Hey, sir, did you hear me on there? Run it down."
All right, so I might run your restaurant down. I'm basically Yelp. You don't know what you're going to get. I might be nice to you. I might be mean to you. You better watch yourself when you give me that money, I guess is what I would say.
Well, I guess say they ain't, what is it, no press is what, bad press is what, whatever.
That's what Trump says.
Something like that. I don't know what it is.
Can I get in the newspaper today for looking like an asshole and forgetting my son's name? Let's do it then. Let's do it. Get them cameras a-clicking.
Leave them going. I got more for you. Just keep a clicking. I've got a lot I can give you. All right, don't get me started. Things are going bad enough as it is for me currently right now in my personal situation. I don't want to get too wrapped into it. But
what are you talking about, Jackie? You feeling all right?
No, something wrong? It ain't no health, nothing like that.
You need to sit down? You about to...
Listen, I'm fine. I am sitting down already. What do you mean?
You need to lean back?
If I lean back, you ain't going to hear me on there.
Well, speak up.
Wait, this feels better. Yeah, I did need to lean back. Now that I think about it.
Would you have indigestion?
No, something in my, something in the small of my back, in the top of the small in it.
Listen, we've been doing these podcasts for 350, 60 episodes. I don't see why people, I guess what I'm trying to say is if you need to lean back and not talk straight into the microphone, I think people would understand.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to be like, well, on that one, he was a little in the distance.
Well, that's awful kind of them.
They put up with a lot already. That ain't going to bother them.
Well, I appreciate our listeners, and I'm sure y'all do that, but the $25 I got, hopefully it's going to go to something good here. Well, it went to this. I don't know about good, but I'm a man of my word. I'm going to lean up and do my sponsor. That's if you make sure people are here if I get $25. Now, like I said earlier, there's enough going on in the world right now that it's a distraction for me to complain about how people have real problems from my problems, which ain't as bad as what a lot of people are going through today. But I'm telling you what, I'm wore out from it, that's for sure. Some of you may or may not know, I've been storing. My sponsor, who I mentioned right now, is the Birds of Christmas exhibit.
Oh, is that open again? I thought I missed it. It was supposed to be open, extended till October.
It's open right now, but it's not.
What a relief.
But it is not in the condition that you want to see it, and I'll say that right now over and over again. Look, they were trying to get a permit. Now, I don't know first thing about museums. I don't know the first things about exhibits, so this is a learning process for me.
Yeah, because you said last week that they couldn't open because there was bureaucracy, there was red tape.
There's stuff I don't understand. They need to get a permit, rather for county permit. I need to get to the Murphy. I mean, I don't know. There's certain permits and things, licenses that you have to have. Maybe a liquor license. You mentioned that one time. I don't think that's what it is.
Oh, yeah, because they were serving drinks in there. I got me a plucked warbler.
Yeah. Well,
it was pretty good. They got them little finch eggs in there. I swallowed. I don't know how many. They little them little finch eggs.
Now, I wanted to see this exhibit. I was always in a hurry. Didn't have enough time to go in there and get $25. Had to come over here to do this or somewhere. Or something was going on always, every time. That's just the world for you. With me, anyway. And I didn't have time. Now, I walked real fast past this exhibit 2 times. took in as much as I could of my peripheral vision, and I'm telling you what, it looks like something else. It's just every kind of bird you can imagine, a Christmas bird.
I heard if you slowed down and took your time, it was even more enjoyable.
Well, yes, and that's what I wanted to do. But then the fine people that run all the big, whoever, the up people in charge, government people.
Of the charge of the museums?
I guess, or licenses, or permits, or whatever, liquor license, whatever the hell it is that they need to get in order to open back up. Now, it was at the Hollyhock Gallery. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. Used to be old Walmart.
Used to be one of the smaller ones, but still big for a gallery. Small for a Walmart, real big for a bird gallery, birds of Christmas. Whatever reasons, they don't have what they need to have. They had to get the stuff out of there, out of the kindness of my heart, and because I wanted to see these things, they guaranteed me it was just it was a small legal matter. The lawyer will get on it, and it'll before you know it, all these birds will be out of your house, out of your hair.
Oh, that's right. They're all in your house now.
Well, yeah, most of them, yeah.
Wait, most of them? How many birds are in your house?
Hell, all of them, except for the pelican.
What?
The birds of Christmas are in my house.
How many birds?
All of them, except the pelican. I called the FBI. They didn't even try. The birds of Christmas are in my house.
How many birds?
All of them, except the pelican. I called the CIA. They said we're closed today. The birds of Christmas are in my house.
How many birds?
All of them, except the pelican. I called the Department of Defense. They left me in suspense. They left me in suspense.
So, I can come by there, your house, and you got all the birds of Christmas in there.
Well,
for the most part.
Yeah, most of them, yeah.
And you can't let me come through and take a museum tour, because that's against the law. They don't have a permit for it. But you'll show me a peek of a bird through the window. You'll maybe draw the blinds back a little bit and show me like a glimpse of a feather.
Not for free.
Well, I thought you couldn't. I thought there was permits and bureaucracy and red tape.
For the liquor license or whatever the hell it is, there's a bunch of other laws that I didn't even get into yet. Look, if you have an exhibit of any kind, I don't know if this is birds or vases or pictures, what I don't know. This is what was explained to me by a county clerk's office, all right? If you have exhibit, it's not there for storage. If you're not like a garage or something, a storage facility, and you have all this stuff, you are considered, the premises, just like an old Walmart was, the premises here, my house is considered a gallery. So if I have these, whatever, precious artifact, whatever it is, now I know these are birds of Christmas, but I'm talking about, the words that they were using to me. And they were telling Cody and all of them, they explained it to us. Look, you have to open up your house. You have to present these to the, of course, for my troubles, I get to charge for it, which I'm damn well going to do.
Wait, what? You're the Birds of Christmas exhibit is in your house?
Temporarily.
How much does it cost to get in?
I'm going to charge about $10, I reckon, something like that.
It didn't cost that much down at the Hollyhock Gallery.
Well, Hollyhock Gallery, I don't know. It's an old Walmart, then it's a gallery. When you put the birds in it, you charge what you want, whatever. I ain't got nothing to do with it. This is my damn house.
What kind of drinks are you serving?
I ain't gonna get no.
Well,
Look,
the hell you ain't. They had them at the Hollyhock
there
Gallery.
ain't no liquor license. That's how we got into this mess to begin with. That's how I end up with a bunch of birds in a damn house. Now, sure, I have to open up like a museum. I'm going to charge you $10, but I'm going to tell you what, when you get in there, they're all mushed up against the walls. There's barely room to walk in there because there's so many damn birds. They're all pressed up against each other. Some of them you can't even see. And I ain't going to get in there and rotate them out for you. No, the $10, this is what the old county clerk office. $10, come in, look at all these mushed up birds all against in the bathroom, down the hall, come on in there and look at them. But by God, I'm getting $10 for it.
Are they making you wear the hat?
Hat?
The tour guide hat?
I ain't no damn tour guide.
You running a museum in your
I
house.
ain't, no.
Sounds like
According
a tour
to
guide.
the county clerk's office, I might be. No, Cody's wearing a hat. Cody,
What, you hired Cody and Cootie and Caden?
I had to do something. There's people coming over my house. I can't, what am I supposed to do? I can't handle all these people, and I can't close my doors to it because the Rutherford County Police going to show up and blah, 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 blah.
Well, that's good. They're good at the overnight shift.
No, they better not show up. Look, the county clerk told me court ruled. I'm just going to try to fight this. I ain't laying over like a dog now, rolling on his belly. No, I'm going to fight this best I can. But look, right now, I've got to do what I got to do.
Cootie told me he had a new job, but he was like, they put some statues in an abandoned shack.
What?
That's what he said. And then Caden was like, oh, man, I can't. This place smells so much like smoke, it makes me want to quit.
Well, look, I'm going to go. I don't care. They can say whatever they want to say. I don't give a damn. If they don't want to get paid, they can go home, whatever. Well, somebody's got to sit there and show people in and take them out the back.
I know Cody's always wanted to be a docent.
A what?
I think that's a museum term.
All right. I don't know the first thing about
Are
museum.
you wearing the feathered docent jacket?
I ain't wearing nothing, and I ain't planning on learning a bunch of museum words because, like I said, this is temporary. And
Okay.
I tell you what, legally, this is what they told the people, the original people. Well, they're still the people. I don't own the damn birds. They just had them over here stored out of kindness of my heart. Birds of Christmas people, they were told by a county court clerk. They also told by one of the lower courts justices, as well as I have been. Yes, I have to have as long as the birds of Christmas are in my damn house, it's got to be a museum. But they have to have them all out of there by September Day.
When is September Day?
What did artistically, when it's in September, I know that.
Wait, so they just said by September Day, but they didn't give you the actual date? Because that would really be helpful for my sponsor. September Day.
I signed a couple papers, and all I saw was September. I thought by now surely they know. Somebody has to know what that.
It's more confused than ever, Jackie. Listen, when I come by later tonight, about 2 or 3 a.m. to go through the museum.
No, regular museum hours. Regular museum hours.
Well, maybe if you.
That's 9 to 5.
3 or 4 in the morning?
No.
What if I want to see some art late?
It's Dolly Parton. You'll remember, 9 to 5. Regular museum hours.
What's Mrs. Brawls think about all these birds in her house?
I'll be honest, she seems to like them. I don't, but, I mean, it's nice to see her. I'd probably be a little madder than I am if it weren't for the smile on her face I get to see when I can move the birds out of the way to see her back there. But
does she like the birds or the people coming in to look at the birds?
I don't let the people come in and see her. She can see them from where she's sitting in the room, but she got a bunch of birds in front of her. She likes the birds.
You're hiding her behind the birds?
I'm not hiding her. She's safer back there. I don't know. People come in your house. At a museum, sometimes they have like somebody searches you, make sure you ain't got a knife on you or something. There's security at these museums. At a regular museum, I can't afford all this. Yes, Caden will occasionally pat somebody down if I don't look right to me, but it's not a regular thing, and I don't know if he knows how to do that professionally.
No, he's just looking for a lighter.
Well, whatever he's doing, it's just when someone look a little shifty to me. I can't afford security. I ain't going to buy security. Miss Broyle, she's safer back there behind, whichever birds those are, whatever crispy birds those are.
Do you let people use the bathroom?
You have to provide. If you're a working museum, there's a lot of these standards that I didn't know about because, anyhow, yes, they use a bathroom and they also got a porta potty out back. And that's just because Cody had an extra one he got from a fair or something he worked at.
He stole it.
Why would you steal a porta? That don't make any sense. Why would you steal a porta potty?
Well, it come in handy, didn't it? They probably gonna charge you.
I don't want to have anything stolen on my property. So if that's the case, but I wondered about that, and I figured it wasn't the case because why the hell would you steal? Of all the things to steal,
he's had bad luck with bathrooms. He said, "I'll just get one of these."
Well, I'm gonna ask him about it because I don't know how I feel about that now.
Oh yeah, well you'll be happy when a bunch of people got a shit come through looking at them birds.
All right, enough.
Hey.
Go to the bathroom. If you plan on coming, would you just wait? Wouldn't you rather see them in a place where they're spread out? You can see them all instead of all pushed up against the walls. You can barely fit in there. It's like going through Fat Man Squeeze or something. It's just birds on every side of you.
You got any Ritz crackers and peanut butter?
They ain't live birds.
Not to feed the birds if I get hungry.
I don't give a damn if you get hungry. No, I ain't going to serve you food.
What kind of museum are you?
A museum that don't want to be one. Eat before you come over. Might as well use a bathroom before you come over if you're planning on it. But again, I'd wait until September Day when you could see them like you're supposed to see them.
Wait, when is September Day?
Somebody knows.
Jackie,
it's sometime this month. It's got to be in September.
Well,
we're September. It's got to be coming up soon. In a couple of weeks. That's all we got left. So
Well, here's the problem. So
what?
I was talking to Susie Whiskers. She runs Artistic Leaves. It burned down.
They know. Ask them.
She had it wrote down on a post-it in the stock room, and it burned down because Cody and Caden were trying to smoke out all the animals that got in. When Caden had the door propped open, smoking out back. Cody tried to stop them, but it was too late. And all them artistic leaves, like centerpieces and fans and brooms, leaf brooms, just went up in a flash. Well, she lost her whole business, and she says, well, if my name is Susie Whiskers, then I'm going to double down on September Day, and I'm really going to make a go of starting a holiday.
I'm going to say right now, if Cody, he better not be smoking anywhere near. If you listen to this, Cody, if you at the museum right now, my house, don't you dare smoke around anywhere in the house, because those birds will go up.
Cody don't smoke, Caden smokes. Cody don't smoke either. Caden was going to start vaping, but now he's scared they're going to outlaw it. So he says he's just going to stick to cigarettes. It's safer.
There's a little one and a big one. And then whatever the one in the middle is. Caden, Cody. I don't know. Can't get the names of the right face.
Caden's been smoking in your house.
He better not be. Whoever it is, Cody can't any of them.
Caden told me he had a new job where he was smoking inside and blowing the smoke up a holler bird.
Well, he going to.
I didn't know what he meant.
It better not be. Listen, if you're listening to this, Casey, you better not be smoking in my house. I don't care if it's you. If it ain't you, Casey, then tell Cody's or Cody's, and I'm going to whip that darn hides if it's them smoke. You warn them. You hear me, Casey? No smoking. I don't care which one of you it is.
So Susie Whiskers.
She ain't over there smoking, is she?
She smokes like a freight train. Since I tell you what, if you want to start smoking, have your business burned down. She's been smoking like hell, Jackie. She ain't smoked since she was in high school, she said. She said she couldn't believe how much these darn things cost. But she is sucking them back, searching her phone. She says, I know it's in here somewhere. I know September Day's in here somewhere.
she come up with it? How did she get the city council to approve a damn holiday before
Well, it was just one of those things where, like, we'll leave the details up to you, Susie. And she's like, okay, Jackie and Dunlap, y'all flesh this out for me.
Well, somebody...
I'm in the leaf selling business.
What day is it on?
Well, here's where it gets complicated. Because you know Susie Whisker's sister, Stella, the Whisker sisters, Stella Whiskers, up in Smyrna.
Does she know what day September Day is?
Yeah, because Artistic Leaves North, which is in Smyrna, which opened at the same time as Artistic Leaves here in Murfreesboro, they set separate dates, apparently, for September Day.
Well, what are they? Because at least I'll know which one. One of them's right. I don't. Just what are they? I write it down.
Artistic Leaves North in Smyrna celebrated it on the 6th.
What?
So it's done past.
Well, they can go ahead and get all these birds out now then, right? I got to tell the birds Christmas people it's already September Day. Had to get them out by September Day. I ain't going to tell nobody. I'll look the other way, get them out now.
Smyrna September Day.
What?
That ain't the real September Day.
When is a real September Day?
Well, we're not 100% sure. We're still looking. We're hoping it's in the last 2 weeks. It'd suck if it's done past.
Somebody needs to damn tell me.
She's thinking about just going ahead and making it like stroke of midnight, last day of September. Last day of September starts. But then she says, you know what? September 9th ain't a bad day either.
It don't matter which one it is. Just tell me which one. I'm going to go down the county. They got to know.
She really has been thinking about making it November.
No, look.
November Day. It has a ring to it. Or September Day. You have it in November. And you think back about how great September was. That makes sense.
Look,
as much sense as any of this. Plus, she's starting a new business. And she needs time to sell her merchandise, her September Day themed merchandise.
Well, you tell her to go down to county clerk's office, sit there, wait for 4 damn hours all damn day, and then when they get up there, then ask them go ask them when September Day is.
She can't. She's too busy getting regular leaves up off the ground. Like literally, and the name of her store is Regular Leaves.
What?
And she's getting it off the ground. And she's picking up regular leaves and getting them off the ground and putting them in her store that she's getting off the ground, which is called Regular Leaves. Artistic Leaves, she said it sounded too fancy. It kept people away. The common people, afraid to shit in a museum. She wanted to bring in regular-ass people who wanted regular-ass leaves for regular-ass September Day.
Why?
Possibly November Day. Possibly September Day in November.
I tell you
a day you reflect on September Day.
What? I tell you what, the regular leaf store is. It's on the damn ground, and it's free all day. Well, why the hell am I gonna go to a store for a regular leaf?
Well, I can look at a damn bird in the sky or on Wikipedia, for that matter, and I don't need Caden in there blowing smoke in my face.
Shut your mouth.
So that is Birds of Christmas Museum in Jackie's house. Stop by, say hello to Miss Brawls.
Just come by with your money. Go to the bathroom, get something to eat, do whatever you got to do before you come through. I ain't got a big house. You're going to be in and out of there, and it's going to be $10, or you can wait.
Plenty of Ritz crackers
till September
peanut
Day
butter.
And see it like it's supposed to be. No, there ain't no damn peanut butter. There ain't no crackers.
And my sponsor, of course, is September Day. Looking like it's going to be in November this year.
Oh, hell it is. The hell it is.
So you've got a few more months to see some birds and stock up on leaves. Regular leaves.
All right. Just shut up. Shut up.
We both have to go. Our podcast come out really great. We know our time is at an end, so just have to say goodbye, friend. Saying bye-bye always brings us down. But our bags are packed and we have to leave town. A postcard to you we will send if a stamp to us you'll lend, so we can write and say goodbye, goodbye, goodbye,
I looked him right in the face. I told Casey, I said, you ain't smoking no cigarette. I said, well, if I just have a spit cup, is that all right? And I said, as long as you hit the cup, not get it on the floor, nothing like that. So he said he was dipping and chewing, which is fine. But he can also do that outside, too. I feel a lot more comfortable right there, him doing it outside. I mean, why do you need to have a cigarette in your mouth all day or be spitting and chewing when all you're doing is showing people where my bathroom is and saying there's a porta potty out back? If you're going to be, just stay out there with the porta potty and smoke.
You stressed me out just talking about it. He's probably scared to death. A little kid like that, scared of you yelling at him all the time. Got his brother there. Brother looks up to him like a hero.
Well, I don't.
Cootie over there judging him. I mean, what a nightmare.
Look,
talk about anxiety.
If Casey looks up to his brother Cabby, I don't got nothing to do with that. That's family stuff, and I don't give a damn. I'm not trying to scare nobody. I'm telling the damn rules. And if he needs to ask your brother what the rules are, his brother needs to tell him. All of them need to know it. You ain't no smoking in my damn house.
I've been over there when you'd have one in the ashtray, one on the sink, one in your mouth.
That was a while ago, wasn't it? And I quit. The doctor told me if I didn't, I was going to end up, which, of course, at this point, I wish I'd have kept smoking because I probably would have already killed over for the damn idiot president. He had to keep my language became, got in office. I'd already been dead and gone. Of course, then I'd have been mad that I died under Obama. But I had no idea.
You might just been on an iron lung having to watch CNN without being able to change the channel.
Oh, good Lord. That's
worse.
That's torture. That's right there. That's pure torture. Someone in an iron lung and Cuomo screaming, let's get at it. No, no, sir. Any doctor did that. That's malpractice. What that is. Yes, sir.
What if Cuomo was your doctor? And he come
what?
in?
There ain't no doctor like that. I don't want him coming in there saying, you're better. No, I'm sick. Yes, you are. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. Get up. Get out of bed. Sure, I'm sure the hospital would love that. Yeah.
That's a good premise.
What?